All right, let's talk about our forecast here. We don't have any snow falling, at least in the Cleveland area. We do out east. We'll take you through that in a second. Big stories of cold. Obviously, a lot of kids off school today. Parents making the plans as well. I mean, you've got to take this seriously. Cold and then extreme heat. It's not fun to talk about, but it's like some of the most dangerous stuff around here. So just make sure you've got the layers. You've got those pipe protection. We had, obviously, the tips earlier. You want to make sure the faucets are on the slow drip, cabinets open. You get it. 3 degrees right now. Hopkins feels like minus 12 this morning. How about that? Temperatures are going to be on the cold side all day today. We're going to feel like minus 5 to minus 18. That's about our range of wind chill values. Frostbite takes place less than 30 minutes, 15 for some of those coldest wind chills. Make sure you're dressing warmly. Tire pressure goes down. You might have the little tire pressure thing on there. Every 4 degrees that the temperature drops, you lose about a pound of tire pressure. So you've got that issue, car batteries, the pipes, all that stuff here this morning. Temps in the single digits. We've got a wind out of the west, which isn't helping the cause very much, producing wind chill values between minus 10 and minus 17. For the most part here in Northeast Ohio. It is cold. Remember, wind chill is not a static number like we show you on a map. It obviously fluctuates with that wind. So that's your range here this morning. Doesn't get much better this afternoon. We will have some improvement. It's going to be nice to see the sun as well. But overall, just a cold day, coldest day of the year and of the season so far. How about the lake effect snow? This has been consistent out towards Erie and Buffalo over the last 24 hours. It's brushing our lakeshore counties. So Lake County, you've had just a very fine powdery snow. When you have cold temperatures like this, there's virtually no moisture in the atmosphere. So you get these really tiny powdery flakes. And we're seeing that right now out towards areas of Lake and Ashtabula County. So careful on I-90 out there and the side roads. Cold weather advisory for the rest of us. Again, those bitterly cold temperatures all over the Great Lakes. We're not alone. You can see how it stretches from here up towards Michigan as this Arctic high has settled down into the Missouri Valley. You get the coldest air on Earth heading through areas of southern Canada and here in the Great Lakes. So temperatures, single digits here locally, could be worse. Duluth sitting at minus 11 here this morning. You can see we don't have a lot of improvement here as we get into the afternoon. All right, National Zymark hour-by-hour forecast. Lake snow hanging on. Lake and Ashtabula County could get some lighter accumulations, maybe a couple inches up there. Outside of that, it's just a cold day with a mix of clouds and some sunshine. Tonight will cloud up, but temperatures will stay steady tonight in the teens. And then we've got snowflakes on the way tomorrow. How about that? We'll trade the bitter cold for a bit of a warm up. Should make it well into the 30s tomorrow, but notice we've got snow that continues to dot the radar as we go throughout the day into the evening. Not a lot of snow out of this, but we will get maybe a cosmetic coating to an inch or two. Highest amounts are going to be out east. And again, this all happens tomorrow, exception being near the lakeshore. We may get an additional inch or so as we go throughout the day. All right, we've got another shot of bitterly cold air coming this weekend, and it looks even colder than this. All right, these are your wind chill values. Ho-hum, 25 on Wednesday. That's going to feel real nice for a wind chill. Here it comes, though. Look how cold this air is. Wind chill values will come surging down into much of the Great Lakes territory. How about Wausau, Wisconsin? Could have a wind chill Friday morning of minus 51. This is some seriously cold air that is coming our way, and this will dump into our area starting Friday. It'll spin up a big storm system down to the south. You can see we'll have snow showers around here Wednesday, Thursday. Here comes this cold air, though. Lake effect will come south as we go throughout the day Wednesday. But look at this storm that gets going down towards Texas. Look at how big this is. Heavy snow from the Carolinas all the way back to Colorado with an ice storm in the I-20 corridor. Problem with this is that it is starting to spread north on the modeling, which models tend to correct north. So as a result, we've got some snow chances around here Sunday into Monday. We're going to keep an eye on it because this is the first model run that has that. Union Home Mortgage 10-day forecast. So you can see we've got 13 today. We bounce out of it tomorrow, and then we've got to watch that Friday, Saturday time frame for the cold air that comes in. But then we really need to watch that Sunday, Monday time frame for perhaps that winter storm spreading some snow this far north. Again, this is the first model run that's had it. It's been south of us over the last 6 or 7 runs, but we'll need to keep an eye on a very active Friday through Monday time frame as we go into the upcoming weekend. Anita?
Thank you, Matt.